Matt Lawson. I teach computer integrated manufacturing as well as digital electronics, principles engineering, and engineering design and development at Skaneateles High School in Skaneateles, New York. I'm one of the master teachers for the CIM curriculum. I do summer training with lots of teachers, and one of the things we always do each summer is create some kind of an assembly line or cell setup. And one of the components that's fun to have in it is hydraulics or pneumatics. I created this little system to demonstrate that. It's pretty easy to set up and build. I'm going to show you how to create the laser engraved parts, and I even have the part file if you want to try to run it on your own laser or have somebody else run it. So what this does is I have this hooked up to an Arduino Microcontroller. And I use these. You could hook it up to a basic stamp. There's an activity in the digital electronics curriculum that basically does the same circuit step by step for moving a servo. So you could hook up a basic stamp to this. You could hook up the VEX to it. There's a servo ports and servo commands in the VEX. You could also hook it up to the one of the auxiliary output ports on Lynxmotion. So there's a lot of options for running a servo motor you could use to make this. So the way this works is as I move this potentiometer, it moves the hydraulic cylinders in and out. And I tried this with just air. Air makes it, if you do it as a pneumatic, it's a little springy, but it'll still work if you don't want to get water in your lab or on your electronics. But there's water in these syringes. The syringes came from some of the POE kits we have, and the servo motor was an extra motor I had from my Lynx robot kits. You can buy a similar device to this at the robot shop or the Lynxmotion site. It's used for pneumatics with a suction cup. I based my design off of that. It's pretty simple to build. So I'm going to take you step by step on my design and how to put it together. So the components and tools you'll need to build this are the laser engraved cutouts. You'll need a hobby servo motor. This happens to be a high-tech HS485HB that I bought with some of my other Lynxmotion kits. You'll need one of the hubs or servo, the actuators that go on the horn. You'll have to take off the old one. If you don't have this one, you could modify the geometry in the drawing a little bit if you needed to. It would still work. You'll need some 440 or by ½ inch or similar screws to mount the servo motor. You'll need a 440 by 1 inch screw and some washers to mount the pivot for the mechanism. You'll need the screw for the servo horn because that's going to go back in. You'll also need one of the little screws to attach the cam mechanism to the servo horn. You'll need 3 pieces of wire, or you can use zip ties. You'll need 2 syringes. This syringe is the same type of syringe. I use it for my glue. I'm using weld-on acrylic glue, but you could use super glue if you wanted to. You will also need a length of vinyl tubing. You'll need some kind of a wire cutter and some screwdrivers and other tools are handy, as well as utility knife. So the first step is cut all the pieces out of your laser engraved parts. It'll take me a few minutes to do all this, pop all the little cutouts out.